And as I welcome you back to the SportsMax Zone, I have to tell you, one of the things I love about my team, Lance is still watching the show, despite, of course, working very, very hard on our Olympic coverage.
And he, up all day.
Yeah, and he's been up all day. And, you know, one of the things is he had to send me a message to make sure that I updated you viewers that there is a stadium named after a female Olympian, and that's the Florida Stadium. So thank you so much for that, Lance. Keep on watching. So, of course, you can correct me if I need to be corrected and let the viewers know. So Lance Whitaker locked into the SportsMax Zone. We hope to have him back very, very soon. Well, we're going to continue now with action from the Paris Olympic Games. And at the end of 10 days of competing, let's take a look now at the medal standings. What do we have here? So in first position, we have the People's Republic of China, of course, a total of 53 medals. United States of America in second on 78 medals in total, but note the gold medals, of course. Australia in third, they have 13 gold and 32 medals in total. France in fourth and Great Britain in fifth, to be followed by the Republic of Korea. Now, we're going to move along, if you notice 37th on that graphic, to the Caribbean now. So Dominica in 37th position, of course, that one gold medal. We told you all about it. They have a total of one medal so far. St. Lucia, they're 37th as well. One gold medal, so a total of one medal. What about Jamaica, my second home? They have 3 medals in total, 2 silver, 1 bronze, still awaiting their first gold medal. And Grenada in 66th position, no golds just yet, no silver either, but they have that 1 bronze medal. So you got an update now on the medal standing. So the final action on day 10 saw Sweden's Armand Duplantis breaking his own world record to secure his second Olympic gold medal in the men's pole vault final. Duplantis, he took gold with a clearance of 6.25 meters ahead of Sam Kendricks of the USA, who won silver, and Greece's Emmanuel Karelis, who took bronze. So Leighton, this is where you come in. Duplantis, he's only 24 years old and he's achieved so much already, and I know you have a lot to say, so let's go.
After Sergei Bubka retired, I didn't believe I'd see another pole vaulter who'd be as good as he is. But at 24, Duplantis already surpassed him by miles.
But what makes him so special?
Well, he's been doing this since he was a child. His father was a pole vaulter, and he used to pole vault as a kid in his backyard. That has manifested itself now into a young man who's 24 years old, who's won 2 Olympic titles as of today, 3-time European championships, 2 world championships, and this is the 9th time that he's broken our record. So there isn't anything, and also he's a world indoor champion as well. There isn't anything, if he could retire today at 24 and still be the greatest pole vaulter of all time, it's just remarkable what this kid has been able to do at such a young age. Primarily because, though, of the back-to-back championships because of the pandemic, which has helped his cause a lot. But the thing is that he continues to win. And I think he's only lost once in the last, I think he's probably lost once in the last how many years? I can't remember the last time he lost.
Yeah, he's so used to winning.
Good, very consistent, very outstanding, and he continues to improve. And 625, I'm suspecting that that record is not going to last very long either.
And who's going to break it? Him, right?
Yeah, most likely him.
Yeah.
Sam Kendricks is good enough to get close to where Duplantis jumped, but nowhere close to where he's going to be. And I think at the end of the day, whenever he decides to retire, which I suspect might be sometime in the next 6 years or so, because he'll probably be bored to death by then, I think he'll set records that will take years to break.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's the beauty of this sport. You spoke about Sam Kendricks, he got the silver today, and then we had the bronze going to Greece. So when you look at this particular sport, right, the pole vault, do you see anybody, and I know you hinted at it just now, but do you see anybody trying to take that throne from him?
Not right now.
Medalist?
Not right now. There's a lot. This is a tier in the pole vault. There's the Duplantis here.
Yeah. The
rest, the Hendrickson and others are here. And then, of course, the rest of the lot down here. But he's in a class of 1 right now.
Yeah, and at 24, Leighton.
At 24, he is in rarefied air. The pantheon of 1.
Yeah.
When you think about it, I don't think people understand the gravity of what this young man has been able to do especially in the last 5 or 6 years. Because it's not just the 5 or 6 years, because remember, he's also a world junior champion as well. He's been doing this forever.
Yeah.
And he's only 24 years old.
Amazing stuff.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, having the career of his life. Well, we're going to move along now, and the women's 200 meters final that is set for tomorrow, and the newly minted 100 meters Olympic champion Julian Alfred, she will line up in lane 8. So Leighton, you get to predict from now, so tomorrow you can tell me he said so. I have it on record. What are her chances of claiming the double-double?
It wouldn't be the double-double, it would be the double.
The double, yeah, the double.
You'll have to do it twice. I think she has a very good chance of doing it. I think this race is going to come down to execution, as it usually does. But there are two possible scenarios I see for this race unfolding.
Right.
I think Julian Alfred comes off the curve, because of her superior speed, comes off the curve ahead. How far ahead will determine whether or not she'll be able to hold on to win. Because she's faster, she will not necessarily need to expend as much energy for the first 100, which will leave her a lot more energy storage for the last part of the race. Gabby Thomas, not as fast, will most likely come off behind her. And of course, whether or not she'll be able to catch her is clearly how Julian executes that last phase of the race. The thing that I don't understand is why Julian Alfred is in the outside lane, given that she's one of the fastest times going into the final. Traditionally, lanes 4, 5, 6 are the lanes that are usually given to the fastest people going into the final. She and Gabby Thomas are the fastest times in.
Yeah.
They should be in 5 and 6. The advantage that Gabby Thomas has, though, is that Julian can't see her. She's behind her.
Yeah.
So Julian's going to have to run blind, which means that she and Coach Florial have to create a race plan that will allow her to function effectively without knowing what Gabby is doing behind her.
Right.
But I think it's between both of them. What I think, honestly, is that if Julian, because of the flip shot she has coming off the 100-meter victory, I think she'll find it in her to hold on for a victory. And that's why I'm going with it.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that she could win. I think the probability of her winning is more like 60-40 right now.
Okay.
But I think that certainly Gabby Thomas is in a very good shot of winning as well, because Gabby is fastest in the world this year and has the experience of previous major championships running the 200 meters, which will give her a significant advantage over Julian, because I think this is the first time Julian is running in a position where she's a favorite to medal.
Yeah.
But as we saw in the 100, that didn't play much of a role in her preventing her from winning the 100. So I think it's a toss-up between both. But as a Caribbean man, and as somebody who is, familiar with Julian from she was at St. Catherine High here in Jamaica, I am going to go with Julian Alfred to win the gold medal in a close race with Gabby Thomas.
All right, so we heard that already. I can't help myself. I have a quick comment on Shericka Jackson not lining up for the 200.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise in the sense that, given the fact that she pulled out of the 100, you would have to suspect that not all was well with her. But you kind of hope that she would have been able to be at least contend the 200. I actually had her coming third if she had run. But, it's one of those things. I think maybe they're taking necessary precautions to ensure that she ends the season healthy and is able to then transition into the next season, which is a World Championship here in Tokyo next year, that she'd be able to go back to Tokyo and defend her title for a third time. So, it's unfortunate. Of course, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in a situation where she, since 2007, 2008, when she won her first global title as an individual, this is only the second time that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has been in a major championship and not come away with an individual medal. That's significant. 2011 in Daegu, when she was fourth in the 100, but she did win a relay medal that year. But this year, out of the 100, and I'm not sure she's going to be a part of the relay team as well.
Yeah, we can talk about this for some time, Leighton, but with the time we have to move along. But a lot of my friends around the Caribbean, because they know I'm based in Jamaica, they've been asking me what's been happening with Jamaica at this Paris Olympics. But of course, that's a long discussion. So going to move along now. And on Sunday, American Noah Lyles, he backed up his pre-race bravado to win the men's 100 meters title ahead of Jamaica's Kashane Thompson and compatriot Fred Curley in one of the closest finish in Olympic history. Lyles' time of 9.784 seconds was just enough, or 5,000 second to be precise, quicker than Thompson to claim gold. In the process, he becomes the first American, male or female, in 20 years to win the marquee sprint event at the Olympics. So, Leighton, what a race that was. Lyles, of course, delivering on the big stage. My heart was in my hand. You would swear I'm Jamaican.
Look, the favorite, based on time, would have been Kishane Thompson. I know a lot of people know Lyles.
But it looked like he won, though, to my eyes.
Well, it was close, huh? But what I saw from that race was Kishane Thompson tightening up late in the race and Lyles running through to run through the line. And I think that made the difference. I think had Kishane relaxed a little bit more, and it's easier said than done.
Yeah, of course.
But still, 9.79, both of them got the same time. I'm very proud of Kishane's performance. This is his first full season as a senior athlete. I think to come away with a silver medal, I think it's fantastic. But Noah Lyles, look, the man walks the walk, talks the talk, and he walks the walk. You can't take it away from him. He's run a personal best to win Olympic gold. That's all you can ask of him. And I think he's good for the sport. And I think what we'll see from him in the years to come are battles between him and Kishane and others that will bring more eyes to the sport of track and field. And I think him winning the Olympic gold medal will do a lot for the sport, especially in the US market where the sport struggles. Yeah. And I think Noah Lyles is a dynamic young man that is brash, and he backs up his talk.
Yeah, my producer, he didn't eat his dinner after that race. He made us know that. He wants to know, do you think he's the new sprint king?
Obviously, he's world champion, world 100-meter champion, Olympic champion. He's the new sprint king. He's the king of this current generation. He's not the fastest man alive. That title still rests in Jamaica. But he's the world champion. He's the Olympic champion. There is no other title for him to get. I mean, he was the silver medalist on the world indoors in 60 meters, but that doesn't really matter outdoors. So he won the world title 983, won the Olympic title 979. He's getting better.
Yeah.
And there's nobody to dispute the fact that he won both. When people, including myself, didn't believe he was a possible gold medalist in the 100 meters, the 200 for certain, but not the 100. And he delivered in a way in which not many people expected. I didn't have him on the podium after I saw the semi-final. But seeing him in the final, came through, stormed through the field, in a field when, historically, this is the first major championship final where all 8 men were under 10 seconds. Never happened before. 9:79 won, 9:91 was last, and or 8th, and that's 0.12. Never been closer.
Yeah. Well, we're going to move along now. And before the Paris Olympic Games, Leighton, the English-speaking Caribbean had received only one medal in the field of disciplines of athletics, a gold courtesy of Trinidad and Tobago's Kishon Walcott. Now the Caribbean region can boast of receiving 4, with 3 coming at this year's Paris Olympics. Thea LaFond of Dominica winning gold in the women's triple jump, Shanika Ricketts of Jamaica claiming silver also in the women's triple jump, and Regindra Campbell of Jamaica copying bronze in the men's shot put. So the question, Leighton, with many more field events set to come, the numbers are expected to increase, right?
Could be. I mean, look, we have the Caribbean has people in the long jump final, of course, Wayne Pinnock and Kieran McLeod.
Yes.
Jaden Hibbert in the triple jump final, of course, the young parent chief as well from Bermuda.
Yeah, he's a beauty to watch.
Yeah, so there are possibilities there as well. And of course, in the men's discus final, another piece of history. Jamaica has never had 3 men at the same time in a global discus final. There are 3 men now. Roger Stoner, Travis Michael, and Ralford Mullings are all in the discus final. And who knows what might happen. You know, the reality is what we're seeing over the past few years is that there used to be a lot of focus on just the sprints. But what we're seeing is that, like every discipline in track and field, there's talent right across the board. And we're seeing that development come through. Young Jenny DeGrant from Trinidad and Tobago, the one carried the games. There's Jaden Hibbert, who is just 20 years old. You know, you're looking at parent chief, as I mentioned before. There are a lot of young, talented field event athletes coming through, and I think they're beginning to develop because in their respective countries and through the NCAA, we're seeing the development of that talent, and it's beginning to bear fruit for the Caribbean.
Yeah, so you think that has a part to play in
Absolutely.
The upturn of the medals. All right, well, I think on that note, Leighton, you've said it all. We're going to wrap up this. Okay, you have
There's one
something
quick
else to
point.
say.
You mentioned what's happening with the Caribbean athletes. Check it out. Shelly Sharika, Stephen Gardner, Shawnee Miller, and oblique Seville. S. The letter S. Your name stands on an S in your name in the
Really?
Olympic Games. You're dead. Shanika Ricketts escaped it, but everybody else, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Sharika Jackson, Stephen Gardner, Shawnee Miller-Weibo, and oblique Seville. And Shafika Maloney escaped it as well. Fantastic fourth place finish.
Really, Leighton?
But if your name
That's
starts
your
with
big
S,
analysis.
of course, it's the S curse in Paris.
We're not taking that, right, viewers? Not at all. Send us some voice notes on what you think about what Leighton came up with. Going to take a quick break and come back with, I think, interactive. Maybe. Let's see.
Where dreams come alive.